has done it again with a new Nintendo Direct. Now, of course, it's not necessarily a big major Nintendo Direct, but it is an indie world going for Thursday, August 7th, which is pretty cool. And hear me out. This is what's going to be happening in the month of August. Now, not only did we get a partner showcase a week ago, but we also going to be seeing an indie world this week. Now, Nintendo's trying to get everything out of the way. So not only did the partner showcase not really show anything, but the indie world's probably not going to show anything unless they point out Hollow Knight, Silksong, and maybe even Hades 2. Maybe we'll see even more because it specifically says we're going to be seeing new indie releases. So that right there is pretty interesting. But this isn't just the big major subject right now, because I think that we're going to be seeing a Nintendo Direct sometime in the next couple of weeks. Because of the fact that Nintendo's trying to get all this stuff out of the way so they can show only first party things. They don't want to make their Direct super long, so they don't want to fill it and cram it full of random stuff. So they want it to just be a Nintendo Direct with the things that are super big. They want everyone to be like, this is exciting. You know what? I'm excited for Nintendo Direct. So honestly, I think that we're probably going to be seeing a Nintendo Direct maybe the probably third week of August, let's give it. And then after that, they're going to announce, okay, September, the second week of September, we're going to be seeing Mario's 40th anniversary Direct, and we're going to see a whole bunch of Mario exclusive games and things like that. That right there would be pretty great. But for the main Nintendo Direct that's most likely going to happen in August, we're probably going to see like finally the release dates for games that are upcoming. Now that we know that Metroid Prime 4 is not getting delayed, which is so fantastic. So we're probably going to be seeing release dates for that, release dates for Kirby Era, release dates for Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. We might even see even more games because Nintendo is most likely hiding something for the Christmas season. Now, I personally think that we're probably going to be getting Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment for the Christmas style of season, or maybe even Splatoon Raiders. But maybe that leaves into consideration that we could be seeing even more things for the December time. Maybe we could see a brand new game. Maybe we can see a remaster or remake of some sort of game. Maybe Nintendo is going to shadow drop. Maybe the Metroid 2 and 3, Metroid Prime 2 and 3. That could be a possibility to get everyone hyped up for the upcoming Metroid Prime 4. Maybe this game will be the game that we'll be releasing in September. I personally think that we will be seeing Metroid Prime 4 in around November, but it's still a possibility that we could see the game in September. Now, what are we going to be seeing in the Indie World presentation? Now, of course, we're probably going to be seeing Hollow Knight Silksong and Hades 2. We could also be seeing other indie games. I'm not really the biggest indie style of thing. I don't know if Expedition 33 is an indie game. I would say it's kind of like an indie game, but usually when you take a look at indie games, they're usually the ones that are like pixel art style of games. So maybe that's it. I'm not like a big contender to indie games. I don't really play that many indie games. The only game that I played was Terraria. Maybe if you consider Minecraft as an indie game, I don't know. Also Hades, I have played that before. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But we're probably going to be seeing a whole bunch of fantastic indie games. Maybe they're going to be on a physical cartridge. Now, that's another thing that we got to talk about. Now, physical cartridges could be coming back slowly and just coming back. Because recently, there was a patent that was filed for Micronix. Micronix was the original manufacturer for the Nintendo Switch game cards. And those were all physical. So it looks like we could potentially see them return on the physical cartridge. So that right there is so exciting because I love the physical cartridge. I don't think I've collected a single game that's on a either key card or just digital. I hate buying digital unless it's like a very good deal, like 90% off or something. That's a pretty good deal, but otherwise I don't ever buy them digitally or even game key cards. I don't like it. It's just not for me. But it looks like that we could see the game key card finally return. Everybody's going to be like, hey, we're going to be buying this. Not only are they looking for 8 gigabytes, maybe even 16, 32, and then of course we got the 64 gigabyte cartridge. but maybe we could even see games higher than 64 gigabyte cartridge. Now, of course, the higher the number goes, the more expensive your cartridge is going to be, the more expensive tax is going to be on the game. But I actually want to hear this out. Okay, so I'll also do a poll about this, but leave it in the comments if you want to. So would you rather pay $10 extra for a game that is actually on the cartridge, or would you rather save $10 and have it either digitally or on a game key card? Let me know in the comment section down below. I think that this is a pretty interesting topic. But to make it more realistic, I feel like it's actually about $16 we see that the manufacturer is. So let's just round it up to $20. Would you rather pay $20 more for a physical game that's actually on the cartridge that you can bring anywhere you want? You don't need internet, you don't need the Switch eShop to update your game, you can just play? Or would you rather save that $20, go for digital? Me personally, I would just go for the cartridge itself, because honestly, when the Nintendo Switch 2 originally came out, when it came out, I originally went for the bundle, the Mario Kart World bundle. And then I sat there scratching my head. I was so upset. I was so upset for probably 2 weeks because I pre-ordered the Mario Kart World bundle. And then when it was time to get it, luckily there was still just a standard Nintendo Switch and the game. So then, of course, I went for the standard Nintendo Switch and the game. Yeah, but anyways, what do you think about this? So, yeah, that's a pretty interesting little bit of news. Nintendo Direct, most likely going to be happening in August. I think that we're probably going to be seeing a lot of different games, a lot of things that we could be really excited for. Does this mean that we could finally see Elden Ring? Now, that's most likely not going to be seeing that inside the Indie World presentation. We're just going to be seeing the cute little games that indie games are pretty great, pretty fun, honestly. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. And then later on in August, we're most likely going to be seeing a big major Nintendo Direct that's going to share everything that we need to do, probably even Kirby Air Rider gameplay. I think that this is most likely going to be happening because that is one of the few games that we don't really have any sort of gameplay about. We just have Kirby falling through the air and then finally going straight out, and boom, it's a beautiful field of nice flowers and glooming and really nice colors. And we're probably also maybe just going to see Splatoon Raiders. If this game is going to be releasing in 2025, it's a big possibility that we could be seeing this in 2025. Well, then we're going to need to see some gameplay. We're going to need to see when the direct for that. We're probably also going to be seeing different directs for games that are probably going to be upcoming. So, for example, Kirby Air Rider Direct, that is most likely going to be happening. Mishihiro Sakurai could probably show up with something. Then maybe we could see a Metroid Prime Direct, because we got one for Mario Kart World, we got one for Donkey Kong Bonanza, so what's next? Usually, Nintendo right now is showing that they're really willing to, make directs for the games to see, hey, is this game worth the price? We raised the price on every single game. Is it worth it? Who knows? Is it worth it? I don't know, so it leads you to question. Now, the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct was really well done. The Mario Kart World Direct, well, it's a little bit of a head scratcher, But yeah, overall, it's just an interesting time. It's a really exciting time. I'm hoping to see game key cards return. I'm hoping to see a Nintendo Direct sometime soon. I think that it's most likely going to happen. This is the thing that Nintendo seems to be aiming towards. They want to get all of the lesser exciting things out of the way so then they can focus on the big major Nintendo Direct, because it would be about two and a half months since we got our last Nintendo Direct, and that's not really like Nintendo. I mean, the Switch 2 Direct was a massive Direct. Like, this one was, goes down in the Hall of Fame of Nintendo Directs of being one of the greatest Nintendo Directs that we've seen in a long time. Or I would say even the best Nintendo Direct ever. So, yeah, I think maybe they want to top it off. And then, of course, Mario's 35th Anniversary Direct. That is most likely going to happen. We could probably see Mario Galaxy 2. We could probably see a new All-Stars game. We could see the 40th Tetris kind of style. Or maybe we can see Mario 35th, but 40 people come back. Or maybe we can even see even more things, like a brand new style of DS. Maybe it could be a DS or something that just plays only Super Mario games. Imagine that. You're finally getting a DS in 2025 that you can play Mario games. That would be really cool. But anyways, What do you think about this? Is it really exciting? Because I'm excited. This is some great news, and it's just like, wow. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Consider to hit the like button, maybe subscribing if you're new. I like to do a bunch of different Nintendo content, Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, you know, pretty much everything Nintendo. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.